team spirit,
yeah.
The team entity. It was never clarified beyond that. But there's one life ban that has been revoked.
People need to come out and speak the truth, David. They need to tell the world exactly what is happening and take action with what is happening with these people. It's as simple as that. You hear about the life bans, you say yes, and you hear a life ban being given because of disruptions within the team, bad team spirit. You don't ban up someone for life for bad team spirit. Tell the public what is happening. This person has been found doing this, and we're not interested in this person representing us, and move on. And that comes with not just the Pakistan board, with any board, with the ICC, everyone. West Indies cricket is in turmoil right now because our administrators don't take harsh decisions. The ICC don't want to take harsh decisions either. Everyone needs to put their foot down and say, this is the situation, and let's clean it up and move on.
Okay. What about your Saeed there as the manager? He said he has his responsibilities and he doesn't want to duck those responsibilities. But what does he have to operate on? Because if he could, as you said, he'd had verbal communication about this. He's seen the newspaper. A newspaper is not evidence per se. Whatever the Metropolitan Police come up with will be evidence, will be official evidence. So has he got to wait for the Met to do their work before he can make his decision?
We all have to wait. Everyone has to wait. I mean, look, I said to you this morning about the 2 Essex players. That game was a year ago. They were arrested in April, May, sometime back then, and we still wait the outcome of that. I guess it can't, I'm no lawyer, I can't believe I'm talking about these subjects, but, you know, I guess the fact that the News of the World catches someone out saying, yes, we will bowl a no ball on those balls, and then those bowlers bowling the no ball on those balls, if everyone keeps quiet about it after that, is that enough proof? That's what it's going to come down to. If the middleman says no, nothing, well, I'm not saying a word, and the bowlers obviously are not going to say a word, is that enough proof? And I'm not a good enough lawyer to know if that's enough proof. And the same with whatever Mikey's talking about. That's where the ICC are always worried about being sued, litigation. You've got to have enough proof. But if everyone just goes stum and keeps quiet, can you prove that a person is doing something on purpose?
Well, no, fair enough. Well, that is why the police have premier fast bowlers. There's one thing you could do, which is say, right, I'd like to see you each individually, please. Are you involved? Now, okay, that might sound a bit naive. I mean, okay, it does sound horribly naive. Obvious answer, no, sir, I'm not. Okay, well, let's wait for the investigation. But if, for instance, he is able to discover something now, then he is obliged to act on what he knows, surely.
Absolutely. I think, as Mikey says, it's time people came out with what they know. Everyone. Not
because,
just
again, this comes down to reputations, doesn't it? Yeah, and we know, for instance, from that 2006 episode at the Oval, where Pakistan didn't take the team, there was a lot of talk about a proud nation not wishing to have their reputation dimmed by allegations of ball tampering and reacting in a way which, in the end, didn't really help the matter anyway. Again, proud nation with evidence being presented, which looks a bit stronger, to say the least, on this occasion. A proud nation with all sorts of problems they're undergoing at the moment at home. In a sense, I mean, to put it in perspective, what's happening in Pakistan at the moment is infinitely worse. It's a far bigger problem than 3 cricketers taking a bung for bowling a no ball.
Yes, you know, some sad things are happening in Pakistan, yes, and this is minor matters compared to exactly what is going on in that country. But we're talking about a sport here that is played all over the world that a lot of people respect, and people are tarnishing this sport. And there has been a lot of lip service given about cleaning it up, and some action has been taken. Yes, I wouldn't deny that, but there's a lot other things that can be done, and it's time people just bite the bullet and do what has to be done.
IPL players, they don't get IPL deals. So someone like Mohammed Amir, whoever, again, just allegations, might see Zahir Khan on billion-dollar IPL deals or whatever, and he's on £2.50 for a test match or whatever for Pakistan. It becomes more tempting. If everyone says, well, why Pakistan all the time? It's more tempting for a Pakistan cricketer. And that's another thing the ICC have got to look at, that, you know, if you are going to clean it all up, you can't just leave the disparity in pay the same, because it will surface again. That Pakistan cricket has to be paid more, so you don't go down, you're not tempted down that road.
I mean, unfortunately, that can only be
I chapter in my book about disparity in pay.
Yeah.
I'm glad we can agree on one thing.
But I mean, but how do you? Okay, I haven't read the book. How do you solve the disparity issue? Because the various boards have very different finances.
Yes, but years ago, Clive Lloyd went to an ICC meeting and suggested that there should be a big pot that everyone should share in, irrespective of whether you are from India, the richest or most billions of dollars in the world in your cricket, or you're from Zimbabwe with very little money. Whatever money that board makes, some of it should be going into an international pool that is shared amongst everybody else. And that way you can even it up a bit. You never get everyone getting the same, because you don't want that anyway.
Like, so, in a sense, international aid, is that sort
exactly,
of category?
Exactly. That sort of thing, so that everyone feels comfortable with whatever they are doing.
But even if you did that, I mean, let's, again, try and keep a sense of realism. Even if you did that, now, you've been known to have the odd bet on a horse here and there. You understand the world of betting. Yet again, the rumours, the stories we all hear, anyone involved in this game is aware of stories involving millions of dollars, many millions of dollars, illegal bookmakers. I don't know where they are, but they're probably east of here. And there's a huge amount of money involved. Hence, issues like the one we're discussing today. Now, how do you separate, or how do you an international cricketing body has no control and never will have control over that. And they've tried desperately, well, maybe not so desperately, they've tried to isolate the players by rules, as you say, things like mobile phones and how are players contacted while they're involved in the game. You can't hide them away completely.
No, you can't hide. What you do, David, murders still take place, but you have to have the punishment that deters anyone from really wanting to do it.
So stealing from you, that's so guilty, in effect. If I steal £1 million from you, that's big guilty. What about that? I mean, is there a... I mean, for instance, if you look at the three men that he named, you've got Salman Butt, who's captain currently of Pakistan, which is obviously a prestigious role, an important role, a man of influence. The captain is a man of influence. If he's proven to be involved, that is deadly serious. You've got Mohammed Asif, who's an experienced player, senior player, and you've got Mohammed Amir, who is a young man, capable of making his own decisions, I'm sure, but at the same time, who will, the guess is he's been dragged into this by others. If it were proven, if it is subsequently proven that he's involved in this, then the likelihood he's been dragged into it by others. Now it's a first offence type thing, isn't it? Do you take that into consideration when you're considering the punishment, or is it so vital that the message is sent out that no matter whether you're the young man or the captain or the man in the middle, you just all take the same punishment, which is suggested to be a life ban? No,
I don't think you can, or you should. I shouldn't say you can. I don't think you should just paint everyone with the same brush. I think you have to take each person into consideration as to exactly how they got involved in this thing, and then mete out the punishment appropriately. I believe in people getting second chances in life, David. Everyone makes mistakes. We have always made mistakes in our lives. And I think depending on that mistake and depending on that person and the circumstances under which that person has made the mistake, then you mete out punishment. I don't think because the first time a young man or anyone does something that he shouldn't have done, that's it, you just wash your hands of him. That's like sending someone to jail, and when their punishment is over, you don't care about them. You're just banishing them from society. I don't believe in that.
Yeah, I mean, society as a whole, to use that word, you should be much more understanding than that.
Yes, and sport is a part of the society, so people involved in sport should be a lot more understanding as well.
And sport is always held up as high, it's always been